Good morning, Britain. You're listening to The Insight Show, only on UKBC 98.3. Today, we will be looking into whether or not young people are passionate enough about visiting museums. Is there a decline in the younger generation's attention span? In our recent survey, it was discovered that 78% of young people found museums boring. We also went around and just asked some young people about their views on museums.
Which outing do you prefer, going to the cinema or going to a museum?
Cinema. Cinema, definitely.
Going to the cinema.
Cinema, man, what do you think?
So what does this suggest? Are we really doing enough to encourage our youth to take up an interest in museums? We spoke to a representative from the Horniman Youth Panel to find out what can be done.
My name's Kat and I'm the Youth Engagement Officer at the Horniman Museum.
So what does the Horniman Youth Panel do?
Well, the Horniman Youth Panel primarily works on projects and events to try and get other young people into the museum, but they also provide a consultational sort of panel for other members of the museum staff to get more information about how to reach out to a wider range of audiences.
Why do you think teenagers don't like museums in general?
I think not only teenagers, but a lot of people who don't come to museums often think that museums are boring, old, dreary places. Which is a very mistaken identity we have, because actually once you get people into the museum, they realise it's actually quite fun, quite interactive in some places, and just a place to chill out, a nice place for you to socialise with your friends in. And I think museums aren't associated with those social aspects, but they could be, and that's another reason why I'm working with the youth panel, try and get that myth dispelled.
So there you have it. But what do the youth who are actually involved in this have to say?
When and why did you become involved in the youth panel?
I decided to join the youth panel about just over a year ago, and I decided to join it because my friends had already joined and they were bragging of how much fun they were having on the youth panel. So I decided to see for myself, and I just went and never stopped coming back.
Do you think the youth panel helps young people become more involved in museums?
I think it really does. You don't often get the opportunity to go behind the scenes and see how museums really work, and it gets young people in and interested in the cultures and the different history that the museum shows. It also organises events for young people.
Well, that sounds great! So, as you heard, the Horniman Youth Panel seems to be a positive incentive for young people to visit museums more often. For more information on the Horniman Youth Panel, visit their website on www.horniman.ac.uk. Well, that's all we have time for today. You were listening to The Insight Show, only on UKBC 98.3.